Well, good morning. It is Friday, and it is a good one. I was just literally outside. It's trash day here, and I needed to take my trash out. So there was a lot of it. We have a lot of trash. Do you guys have a lot of trash? Um, we're we're currently in the process of doing about, I don't know, 10 projects all at once. I didn't even turn on the lights yet. Alexa, start the office nonsense. Um, it's just been one of those weeks where I feel like we're just doing so much and we have so much going on, and that doesn't even count like the baseball cards that we have and all of the other little projects that I've taken on for myself. So I am so glad that I could be here this morning to write some code. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend some time cleaning up um, this simple little Alexa skill. Simple. It's a casino. And for those of you that haven't been here before or don't realize, I'll give you a quick demo of it, and then we can get right into how it works and what it does and some of the things that we want to change about it. One of the big things that's missing from it yet is APL. If you guys aren't familiar with APL, Alexa Presentation Language, it's the thing that allows me to put things on screens like the devices here that are behind me. And it would be very, very cool to be able to put a bunch of animations on the screen, right? Have cards flip over, have roulette wheels spin, have the slot reels turn. So I have a lot to figure out on how to do that. That's not what we're going to do today, though. What I wanted to focus on is at least getting some good sound effects for the rest of the games. We have a roulette sound effect, but it's actually very long, and I feel like I need to find a better way to do that. So we have roulette to figure out. We have poker. We want to have some nice sound effects where like cards flip over. So we'll have to find something for that. I just cracked a Red Bull. I have my daily breakfast. If you guys don't have these, by the way, put it in front of my face. These are the greatest thing in the world. I have one most mornings as a way to kind of start my day. So let's get into it. Have a little breakfast, get some code working. It seems that I have 44,000 viewers. That'd be awesome, Pika. I don't think that's true. That'd be pretty cool, though. I'm not even sure what I would do with 44,000 viewers. Man, I was sweating a little bit. That was a lot of trash to carry outside. It's very humid here right now. Okay, time to get down to tasks. So we have what we finished up yesterday, and we finally implemented get random speech. This is something that I use quite often when I'm building Alexa skills because I want there to be some randomization to how things are done. So, there's a couple of things that I need to do here. The first one I want to look at is when we come in here, we start the skill, and we have this user record. Get user by user ID. Yeah, that all makes sense. Then I get my user record, and then I don't know why I have this is error is false, but that's okay. But I thought we could start with looking at let's just start at the beginning, right? So we have this launch request. And when you come into this, am I not... Oh, interesting. This is leftover from... I don't think I have that data anymore. Let's take a look. If I look at my user table, I don't have any of that information. Man, well, maybe we start there. Okay, so originally, just to give you a little background on this, I built this originally for the chatbot. And in here, I have a whole bunch of columns, right? There's all sorts of stuff. But things that I haven't really looked at, and these are just lookup fields that I can make, are things like, what is your total balance for poker? What is your, how many games of poker have you played? What is your roulette total? Looks like I've done pretty well in the roulette, actually. Actually, that's not even me. That's W. Giorgio. So we need these columns because reasons. So we hit this launch request. And we have these percentages. It's weird to me that, are we just getting an error when this starts? I actually need to see how this works. Because this shouldn't be working at all, actually. I should be getting a whole bunch of nice errors. So let's quit what we had open from yesterday. I didn't close anything. And just open the Chatsino.
Welcome to the Chatsino. What would you like to do?
We come down here to the very bottom. By the way, good morning, Pika. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at if there's any errors. I don't see any errors. Interesting. So session attributes doesn't have that data. It certainly wouldn't early on in a launch request, which is what we're calling, right? This is a launch request, yeah. I almost feel like I'm looking at the wrong thing, like this is the wrong code. Let's look here. I have my index, and in here, let's find our launch request handler, which is somewhere. LLL. Did you see it? I didn't see it. Balance intent, bet summary, help, launch request. There it is. And so we're calling handlers.launchRequest. So if we come up here to our folder called handlers, and we open the launch request, this is most certainly here. Oh, I see. I see why it's not doing it. So, I am calculating some math here. That's the thing that I wasn't paying enough attention to. So I'm figuring out the percentage of time that you've played these games, and then I'm recommending to you the game that you should play. But these values don't even exist. I feel like that should be an error, but okay. So that's fine. So we just need to provide slots games, poker games, roulette games, and total games. I think we can do that. I think. Let's think about that. So as we come into our data table, let's go to the right one. The first thing that we need is to get a column for each of the types of games. So we'll do poker games. This is just the count of the number of games that you've played. And so we should be able to look in the game table. Let's look in the game table. So if we do a count the number of linked records. No. Roll up. I think this is what I want. So I'm going to choose the field from this table, and it's going to be game. And come on with the scrolling. Choose a table field that you'd like to roll up. Well, I would like to roll up I don't know, record ID? And I think we just want like count A values, but isn't there a way where I can say like where meets certain conditions? Yeah, where game type is Poker games is 15. So let's go look at our game record. How many video poker games do I actually have? If we just filter this down. Add filter. Where game type is video poker. I see 15 records. So that's working. Hey, Kevin Evans, good morning. So we're adding some records to our data because we had built some cool functionality and then we swapped out databases and lost all that functionality. 1,500 right out of the gate. Nice work. So okay, so that's working. So now we can use that same concept for the rest of them. So I have poker games. I need slots games. And I'm already anticipating an issue with roulette, so we'll have to figure that out. Roulette. I'm with you, Archer man. It's the bomb. So I'm going to look in the game table this time, but I'm going to choose a record ID because that makes sense. I need to choose count A as the thing that I want. And I need to choose... I don't know why this isn't scrolling the way that I'd like it to. Only include linked records that meet a condition where game type is, and this is slots. Save. Okay, I've played 63 games of slots. Now roulette is trickier because I'm not saving anything about... What I want to know is the number of spins you've had, I guess. Good morning, VP Chad. How are you? My voice is about an octave low today. Starving. I normally eat this before I get on stream. Okay. So I think I need to start storing spins. We gotta do that. So we also need a, what is it, total games? Total games. This will be user, poker games, slot games, and then we'll just do total games. And this is just going to be a simple formula. Maybe, not a phone number. Simple formula. And this is going to equal poker games plus slots games. Save it. We should end up with 78 over here. Nice. Okay, so we have 78. That's our total number of games. And then we have poker games and we have slot games. So the first thing that I should be able to test here is if we try to open the skill again.
Welcome to the chat
Oh,
center.
it still didn't work.
What would you like to do?
I don't know why it's skipping over that. I feel like there's something happening in here that I'm not comfortable with. If slots percent is greater than 49, that's the one it should hit. I still feel like, well, let's just put roulette games in there, even though it's not going to work yet. So insert left, roulette games, and we're just going to set this to a number for right now, an integer. We'll just set it to 0, so at least all the fields exist. Now let's see what happens. I really feel like this shouldn't be working. Isn't it weird when you think there should be an error and there isn't an error? That's one of my least favorite feelings.
Welcome to the chat center.
Wow. I'm trying to insert game speech right here. For sure. Why? And I also haven't defined action query. How is any of this even work? Oh yeah, I have. I just don't understand how this is working. What could be the thing? We're saying welcome to the Chatsino. What would you like to do, right? That's the words I got. What would you like to do? So let's do some things. This should be slots percent. And this should certainly be over 49. Okay. Let's just give that a run once just to see what might be going on. Quit. Open.
Welcome to the Chatsino. What would you like to do?
It's almost time for me to clean out my queries too, because I'm having some issues with my queries. Slots percent, not a number. Okay. Oh, because it needs fields. That's a good find. That still shouldn't allow any of this to happen, but I should definitely be getting errors. Is there anything else that refers to the user object? I don't think so. Okay, let's quit again, I guess. It's amazing all the little bugs you can find.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You have played slots
There we
80%
go.
of the time. You should give poker or roulette a try today. What would you like to do?
So the point is there's no problem in dividing not a number by not a number and multiplying it by 100. All that's fine. No problem at all. No issue, no worries. And certainly no errors. So Kevin Evans says that reminds him of where it's a person looking at it's not working. Why? It's working. Why? Yeah, I'm definitely in the it's working why camp right now. You should give poker or roulette a try today. What would you like to do? This is not a great intro. I think that we need like a casino entry sound. How do we want to do this? I don't want to be jarring like a casino win or something like that, but we need. Let's go look at our sound effects library and see if we can't find a good thing. Sound libraries right here. We tried searching for win, but I'm going to go look at game show. I think that's a category in here somewhere. Game show. And we have a bunch of sound effects in here. Nope. Countdown full. Game show intro. What's this? No. No. I don't think I want a waiting loop. Turn up my volume for all of you. That's not it either. Okay, and game show bridge was kind of low. No. And I think I've just used that too many times for other things. Now, see, that sounds like a quiz show. All right, back to paying money for things. Let's just do casino. See if we can find some good intro sounds. Coin magic? What is coin magic? Maybe I shouldn't search for casino. Maybe I should just look for, like, intro. Nope, see, then I end up with a bunch of music. What I want is, like... crowd sound effects? No. Let's go back to casino. Coin jingle, coin drop. No, I don't want any of that. Can I see more at a time? Cannot see more at a time. Okay. Coin magic, coin jingle. No. How about page 3? Casino ambiance. So this is something that I imagined having running in the background softly once we get some APLA running. Maybe I need like slot machine. I don't know what I'm looking for exactly, but I'm not finding it. Slot machine, bet, win jackpot. What does that sound like? That's too long. Man, I could see this being pretty cool. Like a cool voiceover on it. Welcome to Chat-Sino. You know, let me try that again. Welcome to Chat-Sino. No, that's too much. All right. So, not that. Oh, not that. What do you guys think? Should I get into the voiceover business? That sounded terrible. No. What is the sound of a casino? What captures the sound? Like, oh, that's a casino. Other than like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have somebody else do it for me, maybe. I don't know, I thought that sounded pretty good, Trade Last, but I can appreciate that I'm not a pro whatsoever. Okay. What am I gonna do here? Video. Is there such thing as video poker sounds? Slot machine, poker chip. We do have at least 4 pages of it. We need a card deal anyway. That's a winner. I think if I dial that way back, that's kind of what I'm going for. Dice roll? No. No, it needs to sound like a slot machine. Whoa. Why would anyone ever want those noises to enter their ears? I don't know. Game machine playing loop. No, I didn't know that, Gold Zulu, but that's super cool. Are these all weird? Those are all terrible. Okay. Really not finding what I want. It's kind of annoying. Let's try slot machine. See if we can find. I just want like that little intro noise to welcome you to the skill. Sonic branding, right? That's what I'm going for. That feels like one or two too many. We'll throw that in the cart for now. Too long. That isn't terrible. Whoa, Gold Zulu getting aggressive. 23 million. That's amazing. It's kind of long, but it's not bad. Wonder if I could edit that up to make it shorter. Ooh. Dun -dun. Welcome to Chatsino. Maybe. I don't know how this pricing is done. These all seem to be the same price number. 3. Let's see what page 3 is. Oh my god, there's so many more. Oh, that could be it. That's the kind of Sonic branding I'm looking for. I think that one might be a winner. What do you guys think about that one? I'm going to play it one more time. That's how the skill starts. That's the sound you hear. I kind of dig that. Yeah, I think this one sounds pretty good. It definitely has a little Pac-Man vibe. It has a little Galaga vibe to it, which is okay. But it's a really nice, like, major scale. I think that might be our winner. Let's go to Slot Machine Win 20. Too mushy? I think it's pretty good. Sponge Just spin stops. What are these? No, this is the sound I'm kind of looking for. And then it would be really smart of me to have. It would be really smart of me to have like a different sound for each game too, right? Like play poker, bum bum bum, and then you like, you're in the poker stuff. Interesting. Okay, I'm not paying $25 for. Oh, you like the one before Gold Zulu? Was it like this one? Or this one? Those just don't sound like what I'm going for. Ooh. I wish I could have this in all the notes. That'd be pretty cool. Oh. That kind of sounds like roulette, but not really. All right, I'm going to get this one. This is the one we're going to use, at least for now. So that's going to be my intro to the skill, and then let's go look in our cart, because I added a bunch of stuff here. So I have a card deal trade last. This is what dealing cards is going to sound like. It's very subtle, so I want to make sure you're listening. So I'll just go thump, 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 thump. We'll play it 5 times. But that sounds like a really good like card turnover sound, and I want it to be quick and easy. Remove. Remove. I think we're just going to nail it down to that last one there. No, that's 2. That's too long. I do like that. That could be an intro. Like if I was doing a bunch of blended audio, I could see being able to talk over that. It might be okay. And we'll remove this. And then we have Slot Machine 20. Okay, let's get those. Did you remember my credit card? You did not remember my credit card. Okay. Oh, and I don't have my wallet. It's going to be one of those days. Well, we'll put it on the other card. So I have that Apple card, the Apple credit card, and I can't tell you the number of times I've been saved because your credit card doesn't actually have any numbers on it. All the numbers are in the app, and so the number of times that I've been saved because I have my credit card number saved in my phone is actually pretty remarkable. Okay. I have two stories to tell about drive-thrus also for you guys. Let me finish typing this and then I'll tell you both stories. One happened yesterday, and one is something that I've seen as a pattern pretty consistently in this modern technology age. Here's a good question for all of you. Do you save your credit card information in your browser? Like, do you let your browser know your credit card numbers? I mean, even if it's saved locally or whatever, that just feels like a thing I don't want to do. I do keep some interesting stuff in LastPass, but I don't, like, my browsers are always asking me to save my credit card information, and I just feel like I don't want to do that. I would be curious what you guys do. Download order. Oh, we can come back. We're good. So now we're download selected. Password vault only. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Artrin. And I don't even have my credit cards in there. I probably should. Start compiling zip file. Download zip. Okay, and so now we're getting our sound effects. We'll have to tweak those up and put them in S3 and all that stuff. But we have some good sound effects now. I have to figure out how to do the ambient casino sound on top of or underneath Alexa's voice. That's probably not a task for today. But yeah, having the credit cards in there probably would save me. Okay, so I had 2 stories I wanted to tell. Let's tell some stories, and then we'll come back to sound effects. So the first story I want to tell happened yesterday. I went to the drive-thru at Arby's. I was feeling some roast beef, and in line, I noticed there was this really cute couple that was out in like their old car. I mean, this was like a car from the 30s maybe. And I asked the guy as I was paying at the window, I said, hey, how much is the order behind me? You guys have heard about this, right? Paying it forward where you buy the order for somebody behind you. I've only done that maybe once or twice in my life, but it was this cute couple. I'm out in my Jeep with no top on. They're adorable. I thought, why not? So I asked him how much their order is, and he says, oh, it's $4.99. And of course, an old couple can somehow both get lunch for $4.99 somehow. So I said, oh, yeah, put that on my tab too. I'll take their lunch. And the guy's like surprised by that. And he goes, oh, you know what? I'm going to take 20% off your order. If you're going to bless people, I'll bless you. And I was like, wow, that's really nice. So he really took well to the gesture that I was, buying someone else's meal. He thought that was very, very kind. So he takes 20% off my order, and I put my credit card in the machine and pay for it. And he gives me my receipt back, and I look at it, and it's only my lunch, but with 20% off. And I said, no, I wanted to buy theirs too. And he goes, yeah, I messed it up. I'm going to tell them that you paid for their lunch, and they'll get it for free, but I forgot to charge you for it, so don't worry about it. And I was like, no, like I'm happy to pay. I'll just run my card again. He goes, no, don't worry about it. Have a great day. And so I left. And so I think I found an interesting way to hack getting good karma without actually spending any money yesterday. I was really trying to do something nice, and the guy just wouldn't let me. So the nice thing happened, right? They got their lunch for free. But I did not end up paying for it. So that's my first story about drive-thrus. The second one, and this one is, I'm forgetting what the story I wanted to tell was. Why have I completely forgotten what I was going to tell? This was another good story. Oh, yeah, I just remembered, because we were talking about having credit card numbers in your LastPass or whatever. So this has happened to me several times, exclusively to Wendy's, but I think it's probably a good number of places. Order your food like you normally would. Don't do anything strange or weird. And when you get up to pay, hold out your phone like you're trying to pay with your phone, like using Apple Pay or Samsung Pay or Google Pay or whatever, one of the touch-based RFID type payment systems. What I've found is, at least at my Wendy's, but probably at most places, is that they don't have that set up for the drive-thru. A lot of them will have it set up if you go into the store, but they don't have it set up for the drive-thru. And so there's been a couple times where I just didn't have my wallet with me, and so I hold up my phone. I'm like, yeah, I want to pay with my phone. And they're like, oh, we can't do that. Don't worry about it. Just take your food. Now, I'm never doing it with the intent to get free food. It's just I've forgotten my wallet or whatever. But it happens every single time where I try to pay with my phone, and they say, oh, we can't do that. We don't have the equipment here at the window, so don't worry about it. You clearly tried to pay for your food. And it just feels like a loophole that I'm exploiting, even though I'm not really exploiting it. It's just sometimes I forget my wallet, right? Wendy's is right around the corner. Like if there's a Home Depot right there where I go to do a lot of stuff from home projects. And so, you roll past and you're like, oh man, some chicken nuggets sound good or whatever. So that has happened to me a number of times at Wendy's, but I would think that would be pretty common. Because I'm bringing a valid payment. Like being able to pay with my phone is something that should be universally accepted. And I think for those of you that are not based in the United States, maybe the UK, maybe even Canada, I think that it is more common there. I think it is a place where you expect to be able to pay with your phone everywhere. At least that's been my experience in traveling, is that I feel like I can use my phone pretty much everywhere I go to pay for things. So I just think that's really interesting that it seems like their policy is just to say, oh, they're trying to pay with their phone, just give them their meal for free. Which I'm totally fine with. I'm happy to take my food for free. But I wanted to share those two stories because it was very nice yesterday that I got to help out that older couple that was out in their sweet old car, but I didn't have to pay for it, which was also kind of interesting. Okay, enough story time. I have 1,000 stories. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Gold Zulu. Much appreciated. Yeah, I have paid with my watch as well. Although I don't often think of that as often, but I should. I definitely should. Okay, so we want to... All right, let's do this, because I have a bunch of... I got to this machine late today, and I have a bunch of stuff open that I probably shouldn't broadcast. So let me minimize some things. Okay, so now if we go to downloads, we have our new zip file that we just got, and in there is our audio files. So the first one that I really want to do is that slot machine win. So let's get Audacity back open. You can see it's left off pretty much exactly where we were yesterday. And we'll say slot machine win. And it still sounds like this. Okay, so that's going to be our intro. So we need to change the bit. I'm not going to change that one at all. I think that sounds pretty good. So we'll change this to 2250, and then we will file export as MP3. And I'm just going to call this intro because that's really what it is. Intro.mp3. Save that. And let's get that up into S3, which is one of these many browser windows away. And yeah, I guess we'll just upload it as intro. Okay, next. All the freedom. Next, upload. Oh, of course. Why would I think I was still logged in? I don't know why I thought that would be the case. Alright, so now let's try uploading the file. I can't believe you let me get that far without checking to see if I was logged in. That's pretty annoying. Next. Upload. Intro is there. Okay. That was a lot of work just to be able to get here. I should add this to the to-do list because it's on my mind. Where is our to-do list? We need to, for slots, record every spin for analytics purposes. Okay, that's going to be something we do today, is we'll be recording spins. So, that's all good. We've started working on sound effects, but we still have a lot more to go there. User analytics, you've played slots 89. Yeah, we've done that. Okay. So now we can get into our launch request handler, and we can say right at the beginning here, I think we can just audio, not capital, audio source equals, and then a close tag, and in there we need the URL to that audio file. Hopefully this doesn't sound like garbage. Okay, there's my intro. Welcome to the Chatsino. We'll have to randomize that up too, but then we'll give them some stats if we have it. What would you like to do? Save. All right, let's go see what our skill sounds like. Welcome to the casino. So quit. Here we go. Moment of truth.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You have played slots 80% of the time. You should give poker or roulette a try today. What would you like to do?
That didn't sound terrible. I don't love the like welcome to the Chatsino. I mean I need to say it, but I don't really want to say it. Okay. Welcome to Chatsino. You've played slots 80% of the time. But I think that works pretty well. In fact, we can even say, repeat that. Say that again.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You have played slots 80% of the time. You should give poker or roulette a try today. What would you like to do?
I feel like I should also tell you your balance as you enter, right? Your current balance is... Let's do that. Welcome to the Chatsino. Your current balance... No, not your current balance. You currently have coins available. And the coins count here is going to be session attributes.user.fields.available balance. Wouldn't it be great if that just worked on the first try? Anyone want to take some bets on whether or not that works on the first try? Let's see.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 1,486 coins available. You have played slots 80% of the time. You should give poker or roulette a try today. What would you like to do?
All right. So this feels pretty good. Like, I've got my nice little intro. I've always been tempted. What are your guys' thoughts on this? I've always been tempted to add a sound effect that lets them know I'm waiting for an answer. I don't think I'm going to do that for this, but it is kind of nice to be able to like build some of these auditory cues to let people know that it's time to do something. No, I'm not going to do that. But okay, so we have our awesome noise, and then we say, welcome to Chatsino, you know your balance. You've played slots 80% of the time, and that's only if this only appears, Archer, and I know you like the stats, you only hear the stats and the recommendation if one of your games is over 50%. So if you keep a nice even blend of the three games, so none of the if you count the total number of games you've played of things, if none of those are over 50%, then it won't even do that. It'll just say, welcome to Chatsino, here's your amount, and what would you like to do? So it's kind of cool that it's dynamic in that, like, if you're tending to just only play one thing, we can recommend stuff to you. But if you are spreading it out, I don't want to bother you with, like, hey, you should try this other game. You're clearly trying those other games. Okay, so the thing that we need to do now, I feel really good about our launch request handler. So let's close that, and let's go close all these files that I have open, because we're kind of starting from scratch here on a new thing this morning. And we can close the Chatsino, because we don't really need that. We're just working on the voice side of things. So what I want to do now is when you spin the roulette wheel, that's this. Let's just work through this really quick. So we do chatsino.roulette.play. And then we get the result. And this is where that long-sounding roulette sound is, which is fine for now, but it's going to have to go eventually. In fact, let's just leave ourselves a note. This sound effect is way too long. Find something better. Okay. Okay, so we'll worry about the sound effect later, but this is where we call in to chatsino.roulette.play, and I was wrong. This is actually a Chatsino thing. So if we come into roulette, which is here, and we go to play, the first thing we do is get your game. And if you don't have a game and we tell you don't have a game, which is weird, I still need to fix that. Oh, we should record every spin in the table someplace. So we get our spin. What was I thinking I was going to put in the table? Because I have this roulette table, but I'm not using it yet. So I have a game, That's fine. I have the spin, and then I have the outcome. I don't really want to save that outcome every time, because it's a predictable thing. I could always go back later and run it against the evaluator if I want to know what the outcome would have been, because that doesn't really change in roulette. Get wagers by game. So all I really care about is the spin result. So I'm going to even get rid of this because I don't want to even be tempted by it. All I really care about is what was the spin. And let's this will be fun. We'll do create a date. I want this. GMT save. So now we can actually see these records. But all I'm going to do is call in and save a spin. So we need to, once I get my spin result, how early do I want to save this? Let's just do it right here. Const save spin equals await data dot save spin, and this is going to be game and spin result and game. Okay. So those are the things that I'm going to pass in. This function obviously doesn't exist yet, so we got to come into data, which is in here somewhere, and we need to save a spin. So that's kind of like creating a game. So we'll use this as our basis file, save as. We're going to call this save spin.js. Okay. First step is to get it in here, so it goes after the G's. Const save spin equals require save spin. Step 1 done. Save spin. Step 2 done. In here, this needs to be save spin. This needs to be game and spin. This is about as straightforward as we're going to get for something like this. And then this is going to be save spin. Okay, so now in here, all we need to do is say for the table, roulette, we're going to create a record where the game, what do we call that? Game ID is game.fields.record ID, and then the spin is just spin. And then we'll return the entire record, which I don't really care about. It's just so I can save it. That should work, right? I didn't really change much. Let's get rid of these records. These are garbage. This is game ID. This is pointing to linking to the game record. Yeah, this all seems good. Okay. So if I say spin the wheel.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we
so
do now?
So close to not having an error. What did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't pass in an array. It's going to be you didn't give it an array. Cannot read property record ID of undefined. Well, that's not what I expected. Okay, so game is defined right here. And it exists because we would have returned otherwise. So game.fields oh man. You're saying that it doesn't exist. So when we come in here, game.fields.record ID does not exist. think I know why. Because it's games, yeah, it's an array. Because it's an array. So this needs to be that. Now will it work? That doesn't seem like it's working either, huh?
The requested skill did not provide a valid response.
Invalid column, I thought I saw in here. If we come up to this, I gotta clear this out. We're gonna have to clean some things up. I'm pulling too much data through the pipe. Values non-array record IDs. You know, you thought when I said, oh, I think I know what the error is, you would think that I would fix it for that error. But no. And the field is called spin, right? We're not screwing that up. Okay. Okay, it should work this time. So let's open the Chatsino. Give my awesome noise.
Welcome to the Chatsino.
Yeah, that's
You
cool.
currently have 1,490 coins of...
Spin the wheel. Did we get a record in our database? Boom! It's going to be a 32.
The wheel landed on 32. You didn't have any coins on the table, however. You didn't win anything, but you also didn't lose anything, right? You lost a total of 0 coins, which brings your total to 1,491. What would you like to do now?
Oh my gosh, Gold Zulu. You bet $1 million on the slots and won? You guys are out of control. Okay, so we are now saving spin values, and so what this then allows me to do is count the number of spins How can I do this? Is there a lookup I can do? Can I call this user ID? Is there a way that I can look up who the user is? I want to link this to game, I guess, and then I want to choose user ID. What does that get me? So am I EKPO? EKPO is me, okay. So can I have a roulette games here? Let's make this a roll up now. And the field I want to change, it chooses, now see, I need a way to link it directly to roulette. So let's do this. What if we do a cancel. This is getting a little trickier because I'm like a third level deep. So, I think we can do it this way. Game, I have game type video poker. For roulette, what is this? I just want to look up a lookup for the I want none of those options. What are we doing here? What I'm trying to do, if I do a roll-up, is that what I want? Choose a field in this table. No, that's not going to work either. Goldzula, I have, it's very odd. You're asking about the PS5. We're an Xbox house here, and when we ordered the Xbox One, I was still working at Microsoft, and the pre-orders for the public were in May for a holiday release. This year, they're releasing at holiday, but neither device has announced their pre-orders. Neither device has even talked about when you'll be able to pre-order these things. And I honestly feel it's because they are so afraid that they're going to be the one that's more expensive that they're just waiting until the last possible minute. It's very odd to me that we can't pre-order these consoles yet, because I really just want the money to be gone so that I have it when it's time, like, so that I just can have the device when it shows up. Man. Okay, I've done something weird here. Let's look at Video Poker. What does Video Poker have? It has Game ID, Opening Hand, Closing Hand, Deck. So I feel like I should be able to do the same thing for Roulette, where I'm linking to a record. Is that what this is? Video Poker. Link to another record in the roulette table. Save. Do I just not have any? Oh, because I'm filtered. I'm like, why am I not seeing any? Boom. Which one? You asked me which one I'm getting. I'm getting the Xbox Series X, like whatever the high end one is. I have $750 right now reserved to buy myself and my son the Xbox Series X. That should get us the console, the high end console, a controller, probably an opening game or two. That's what I'm thinking. So now Game has links to Roulette. So when I look at User, I should just be able to say count the number of link records, and I want to look at Game where game type is roulette. And that didn't do what I wanted, because there should be one. I tend to can't decide, so I have Xbox, PS, and Switch. I've never been a PlayStation person, so I have no history with it. I don't like the games that are exclusive there. I don't really care enough about. I have my entire world is kind of run through a lot of Microsoft infrastructure, so especially for things like screen time and other things that I want to be able to manage, I have all that handled and working well on the Xbox side. I'd have to completely start over and figure out how to do that on the Sony side, and then how do I make them compatible, right? Like if I'm trying to keep my son to like no more than 2 hours a day, but now I also have a PlayStation, how do I make sure that he only has 2 hours total, not 2 hours on each? Right, like it just adds a whole host of complications there. And honestly, we've been really happy with the Xbox, so I don't think there's any reason to necessarily get into a PlayStation as well. At least not right away. But at some point, I'm not opposed to it. It's not like I'm anti-PlayStation. It's just that we've really enjoyed the Xbox to this point. We're heavily invested in it. We've been digital only for games for
7 years. So since the Xbox One came out. And so all of our games will work on the new console, right? Like I've got thousands of dollars in games, I'm sure, that we've collected over the years. Okay, so we got to figure out why this isn't working. So my game table has this roulette record. And these, I'm just doing poker games. When I'm counting the number of records in the game table, but I can't do that for roulette. And the roulette table doesn't have the user ID in it, but it does. All right, thank you, Archon, for coming. That was a good final win, 250K. That put you in a solid third or fourth, I think, on the leaderboard. That's nice. I don't know why I'm not able to solve this specific data problem today. In my user record, I have these, where I'm just pointing to the game, and I'm able to do that because I have this game record thing. I'm with you on that, Gold Zulu. We definitely have a Switch. That is on our main television in our house, and it gets a ton of use. I really, really enjoy the Switch. Considered buying a second one, but haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. So roulette games not count. We want to roll up. Nope. Don't know how to do this. How do I get the total number of roulette games they have out of the roulette table? I feel like I'm better off if I just, instead of looking this up, let's just create a link to another record, user. Don't link to multiple records. Now can I do this? If I go user, roulette games, I should be able to roll this up now. Roll up, choose roulette. We're getting somewhere. And we want to choose, doesn't even really matter, but record ID. And then we just want to do count A for those users. Oh. Values. Come on. Save. And now roulette games is 1. This needs to be changed, this formula needs to be changed to add roulette games. And now we have 79. All right, awesome. All right, awesome. So we now have those 3 values working. That was something that was going to be important because that's how we were handling it in the launch request, which I've since closed. But we, in the launch request, just as a reminder, so I know we have a few new people here since I did this. At the beginning, we check what the user's count is. How many slot games have they played? How many poker games? How many roulette games? And then we divide that by the total number of games they've played and multiply it by 100. So we get a percentage. And if any of those percentages are over 49, then we recommend to the user that they play one of the other games. So if they've played a lot of slots, then we say, hey, you've played slots 80% of the time. You should give poker or roulette a try, right? We're kind of mixing this up. And all of this is dynamic based on the percentage of time that they've played. So early on, if they just play 3 games of slots, the next time they come back, they'll be recommended, like, hey, you should play poker or roulette, right? It's a good way to remind them that there's other things they can do. Okay. So launch request is feeling pretty good. One of the easy low-hanging things I can do is start poker intent. We could, right at the beginning of this, We could do some speak output wizardry. Speak output plus equals. Oh man, I'm going to run into some issues here. I just realized. When are you suggesting other games after the game? I'm not suggesting other games after you play a game. I'm only doing it at the launch request when you start. So I check your percentages and say, oh my gosh, you've played slots more than 50% of the time. I would recommend you try roulette or slots or whatever, or poker or whatever it might be. But I'm not doing it all the time. Just right now, I'm only doing it when you start the skill. By the way, we've had a few people show up. So good morning, W. Giorgio. Good morning, TeamView. Gold Zulu and I have been talking for a bit, so I'll welcome him again. But it's good to see everybody on this nice Friday morning. Can't add ads, TeamView, not allowed. Ads are not permitted. Wowbagger IP, good morning. Do I know you, Wowbagger IP, or are you just saying, hey, it's good you're here? I'm glad that you're here. Gotta get that sweet cash. Actually, one of the things that I've been thinking about TeamView is a way to handle the situation where people would just want to have more money. Right? We've seen that a lot here in the chat where someone will say, can somebody give me 1,000 or can somebody give me 10,000? I thought about adding, you can do things called in-skill purchasing, which is a way for basically people to buy things in the game. And I thought I'd maybe give them a way to buy more coins if they want them. Of course, you can earn them by just talking and interacting and playing with the skill, but some people aren't patient, and I would be happy to take their money in exchange for their patience. So that's a big chunk of work to allow people to buy, and I don't think that I will give them the ability to buy a lot. I think maybe it's like 1,000. So you're not going to buy your way up the leaderboard without spending a ton of money. Good morning, Jan Blank. I met you at that conference 2019. We almost played Dice Forge. Drop me a whisper, man. I'd love to know who you are, man or woman. I don't want to assume. Also, if you guys could all give a warm, and I do mean warm, welcome to my mom. Jan Blank is my mom, and she swings by from time to time. If everybody could say hi, that would be super nice. All right, so the issue that I was thinking I'm going to run into is that I got that really nice sound effect for a card flipping over, and there's 5 cards that are going to flip over. This will be fine for now. I'll just do it as is now, but I want to play that sound 5 times. So the first thing we need to do really is edit some audio. So we need to go get our card flip, which is this one, and it sounds like this. And we're going to export this as a format that Alexa can use. So we'll do File, Export, MP3. Oh, I know what I should do. So let's export it as it is, because I'm going to need it as an individual one as well. So we're going to call this card deal. And save it. And then we'll go to S3, wherever that was, this one. And we'll upload the card deal sound effect. Now, this is not the one I'm going to use right now, because what I'm going to do is next, we're going to give it some freedom. Next, upload. Okay, so card deal is there. My initial temptation is to just play the same sound effect 5 times in a row. The problem that I'm going to run into is that I have a maximum number of sound effects that I can play in one response, which is 5. So it would work fine for those, but one of the things that I really wanted to do is when we are here, and before the draw, I have this if statement here that says, have they already got something, right? So you're dealt some cards, and maybe you have a pair or a 3 of a kind initially, before you've drawn more cards. I wanted to play a sound effect for them that's like, ding, hey, you have a thing. Wildbagger, I was just saying, hey, drop me a whisper or something, and let me know who you are. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that we're able to hang out a little bit this morning. But I'm always curious to map usernames to like real people. So Drop me a whisper. Just tell me who you are. I won't say it on stream or anything like that, but it would be good to know. Okay, so in here, this is where I want to do the sound effect. And then I have this thing where I don't have the sound effect yet, but I want to be able to... I want to be able to play a sound effect here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do some audio wizardry, which I'm not terribly good at, but I think I can copy. Let's see if I can do... paste. Can I just make it longer? I thought that I could. Let's see if I take all of this like so. I copy it and I put my cursor right here. I paste it. Yeah, now we should have two. Nope. Go back to the beginning. Too fast. So let's take this and we'll give ourselves a 0.5 second, 0.05 seconds in between. See what that sounds like. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like it's got to be a little slower. I agree with you. So let's do a full 1/10 of a second between each one. So that's 60, so we'll do this one at like 70. Like there. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So this one goes to 95, 96 and a little. So we want to go to 106 and a little. And then this one goes to 130, almost 132, so we want to go to almost 142, so like here. So let's see if we just made a 5-card deal loop here. Nice. Okay, so let's export that. And we'll call this 5-card deal. Does that sound good to you guys? That's a reasonable pace? I know that Gold Zulu said slow it down, or I think it was Gold Zulu. You guys make the chat move so fast. Yeah, I think that sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we got to upload it. Five-card deal. Where did 5-card deal go? Can't even read anything on the screen. There it is. Open. Next. Previous. I didn't choose public access. Next. Get the URL for this audio file, copy link address. And then right here, we can just add in audio source. All right. So now it's just one sound effect that's 5 seconds long instead of 5 sound effects that are 1 second long. Should we hear it? Should we hear it? Bet 5 on poker.
You were dealt Queen of Clubs, 10 of Hearts,
I like
8
it.
of Spades, 7 of Spades, and 4 of Spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
What if I say none? Oh.
You were dealt Queen of Clubs, 10 of Hearts, 8 of Spades, 7 of Spades, and 4 of Spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
Queen 10, 8, 7, 4. What? That's weird. I don't know what just happened there. Open the casino. Did I break everything? Open the casino. God, that sounds...
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 1,489 coins available. You have played slots 78% of the time. You should give poker. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Queen of Clubs, 10 of Hearts, 8 of Spades, 7 of Spades, and 4... Ah, you didn't win. You lost 5 coins. Your new balance is 1,491. Your final hand was Ace of Diamonds, 10 of Clubs, 8 of Hearts, 7 of Diamonds, and 2 of Clubs. What do you want to do next?
Okay, so we're close here. What we need to do is this is the start poker intent. I've got this part working. You're always going to get 5 cards to start the game. So what we want is the poker deal intent, and this is where the game is completed. And we need to make that sound for them for the number of times that they I think we still have this data, right? I still know this. If we look at video poker for like the hand we just played, there was nothing held there. So I got 5 new cards. But in a normal case, true, these are being held on to. So I know I can check really quickly and see how many cards they held. And then subtract that from 5 and play that many sound effects. And now it's starting to feel like maybe I should save myself here. If I take this... We'll just make one for each length. So we'll call this 4-card deal. And then we'll remove another one. Three-card deal. Two-card deal. This way, I'm still only playing one sound effect. So 2-card deal. Save. And now we're down to just the one, right? Okay. So let's go back to S3. Upload a few more files. Two-card deal to 4-card deal. Next. Now I've completely lost what I was doing. Rearranged my windows for me. All right. Next. Update. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to rename it. There's a way to do that, I think. So we'll call this 1-card deal so that we're consistent. And so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-card deals, which means I can just decide how many cards I need to deal them and then just play one sound effect rather than playing 5 and being lazy. Okay. So, what we need to do, sound effect for drawing cards and winning or losing speech cons. We did the speech cons? We did not do the speech. We have not done speech cons yet. Oh, okay. So we can do that pretty easily too. We'll need, is it data? Data.get random speech? Come on, this is the Alexa part. Alexa part. Data, get random speech. Okay, so we need to bring in data. Require data. Like so. And then in here, we can say if they had a winning outcome, then we're going to say you won this. But what we want to say first is speak output plus equals await data.get random speech. And we're going to pass a speech type, which is going to be yay, and a locale, which is going to be en US. This is going to get messy fast if I don't handle that locale stuff. So that's my yay. And then we'll have to do the same thing for aw. So let's add a little curly brace. And then we can say speak output plus equals await data.get random speech. This is darn en US. Okay. So I think that should give us our nice sound effects, but that's not why I'm here. So we can get rid of this. So sound effects for drawing cards. That part is done. So the thing I need to know I never remember how to do this, but I think it's pretty easy. Is, come on, they moved my window, and now everything's in the wrong place. Okay, so I want to do filter an array of objects in JavaScript. Filter array. This is I look this up all the time because I never remember how to do it. No, that's not the example I want. I think I want the MDN. Yeah, this is all I need. Is this. And then we can come into our code and we can do this. So we'll say const held cards equals and this is going to be result result.game.fields.openingHand. This is the thing. So we're going to do result.game.fields.openingHand filter where card equals card.held is true. Okay. And then I should be able to say speak output plus equals, and this is going to be a sound effect, right? So we're going to do audio source. Let's do this right way. don't want to enable Siri. Stop it. Audio source equals, and this will be those, and then one of these and those, and a semicolon. And our audio source is one of these card deal sound effects, right? So we're going to just take this and copy it and drop it in here. But then instead of 2, we're going to make this a math problem. And the math problem is going to be 5 minus held cards dot length. Wow. Okay, I made a bunch of changes to this file. This is after I deal, and I need to make sure I hold some cards too to test this effectively. But that, I mean, this feels like it should work, right? That's always a good feeling when you feel like it should work. So let's bet 5 on poker. We should hear 5 sounds this time. We do.
You were dealt Queen of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, 8 of Hearts, 6 of Spades, and 2 of Hearts. Which cards do you want to hold?
Which cards do you want to hold? Let's hold the clubs. TeamView, you asked this question yesterday. I use
You are currently
Airtable.
holding the Queen of Clubs and Jack of Clubs. You are about to drop the 8 of Hearts, 6 of Spades, and 2 of Hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
So Queen of Clubs, Jack of Clubs. So I should get 3 new cards, and that means I should only hear the sound effect 3 times. We'll probably hear an error, but I'm hoping we only hear the sound effect 3 times.
Cheers! You won 5 coins with a pair. Your new balance is 1,499.
I heard 5
Your final
times.
hand was Ace of Spades, Queen of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, Jack of Hearts, and 8 of Clubs. What do you want to do next?
Why did we hear 5? I guess I need to know what it thinks the held count was. If I go look at that opening hand, for that most recent poker hand, this one, 1, 2. I'm holding 2 cards. Held is true. I feel like I'm not getting a valid value here, so let's start with this. Console log. Held card count. We're going to do held cards dot length. Okay.
You already have a pair. You were dealt Ace of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds, 8 of Clubs, 3 of Clubs. You are currently holding the 3 of Clubs and 3. Wowza! You won 5 coins with a pair. Your new balance is 1,507. Your final hand was 7 of Diamonds, 6 of Spades, 3 of Clubs, 3 of Hearts, and 2 of Spades. What do you want to do next?
Oh, this is probably not parsed. Okay. Const opening hand. Remember we were fighting with all those strings and everything before? I think this is one of those issues. JSON.parse. Okay, and then we can say opening hand. Dot filter. Maybe that will work. Okay, bet 5 on poker. 5 sounds.
You already have a 3 of a kind. You were dealt ace of spades, ace of hearts, ace of clubs, king of clubs,
Hold the
and 6 of
aces.
clubs. You are currently holding the ace of spades.
Deal. Thank you for the water stream for charities.
I am having trouble connecting to the audio file URI.
Okay. Well, why is that? Why are you having trouble? Let's see what our... You're having an issue because you think the number should be 0. And I didn't accommodate that situation, so we need to think about that. So what I passed you, if we can go back that far, can we not go back that? Oh my gosh. Okay. We need to fix some things. This is gonna. I've been putting this off, and I'm gonna have to do it now because it's just getting to be too much. So get user record. Right now, all I do is say, go get the user record. The problem with this, we have a little bit of time to solve this, is that if we look at the user record, most of it's pretty straightforward. It's simple values, but when we get into like these game records, this thing right here, this has a record for every, look at this. This is every game I've played. I don't want to bring that back from my query. And unfortunately, they don't give me a way to exclude fields. What they do give me is the ability to include fields. So I have to tell it which ones I want, which means that going forward from now until forever, I'm going to forget every time I add a field to this table, and then I'm going to be like, why didn't that value come back? And it's going to be because my query is not bringing it back. Deep breaths. Okay, so what we need to do is go to the Airtable CodePen, this thing. And remember the syntax for this, because it also does it in a weird way. Only data for fields whose names are in this list will be included in the records. If you don't need every field, you can use this parameter to reduce the amount of data transferred. This is exactly what I want. The problem I have is that I want to exclude fields. Balance. So you see how I have this down here, and it says fields, and then balance, and then it does fields again. So let's think about what this is going to be. Let's pull this off as its own tab so we can jump back and forth easily. So we have record ID. Let's do these in the right order. Record ID. Alexa user. Oh, no, I never use that. Let's do balance. Current wagers. No, I really don't even need that. I need available balance. But I might need current wagers. I should just add everything that's not clutter. Game and wager I don't need. Poker games, slot games, roulette games I do need. Poker games, slots games, roulette games, and total games. I think that's everything. Okay, so if I do it that way, I really need to talk to Airtable. I wish there was a way to, like, an exclusionary option rather than an inclusionary option. Okay, so now that I have that, I can just take this fields, all of this stuff that I just created, copy that, bring it over to my query, which is here, and just do a API key, ampersand. We should be able to drop an ampersand right there and just go boom. Let's see what kind of issues that causes for us now that we've ripped a few fields out. So if I come back here, I'm going to quit the skill so that it has to go. Jomo, are you making sound effects with just your voice? That is serious business, man. I need to employ you. Open Chatsino. Get some nice sounds. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 1,527 coins available. You have played slots 75% of the time. You should give poker or roulette a try today. What would you like to do?
And then, what were we trying to... yeah, that's what I've been doing, is playing in Audacity, but not with my voice. Although that opening sound effect you just heard, that's my voice. No, it's not. Okay, so... What was the thing we were working on? Oh, we were ripping out those records, but we're really trying to test poker here. Okay.
You already have a 2-pair. You were dealt King of Spades, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 6 of Hearts, and 6 of Spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
Hold the queens. Hold
You are
the
currently
sixes.
holding the Queen of... You are currently holding the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 6 of Hearts.
Deal.
Well done. You won 10 coins with a 2-pair. Your new balance is 1,541.
Did you guys hear that? It did one.
Your final hand was Queen of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, 7 of Clubs, 6 of Hearts, and 6 of Spades. What do you want to do next?
Now, what is all this data I'm still seeing? I thought I told it not to bring this data. Wagers? I must be getting user records other places too. Held card count 4. This is suspiciously positive. Like, that shouldn't have worked because I didn't actually change anything. So what I need to know is, where am I saving all of this user data? Because I shouldn't have all this game record stuff. See all this, like, this long list of games and wagers? This is specifically what I was telling it not to get me. Goodness. Wait a second, where did all Gold Zulu's money go? I haven't been paying attention to the casino. He had like 39 million a little while ago. Gold Zulu, where is all your money? W. Georgia, where's all your money? You only have 2 million. That's brutal. 40 million to 2.5. That's rough. I need to know... okay, so let's get into this. I need to go to Poker Deal, and I need to say if held cards dot length is greater than 0, then we want to do this, because the situation is, what if they if they hold all of them is when I don't want to play a silence. So it's not actually greater than 0. Held cards length is actually, if held cards lengths doesn't equal 5. That's what I really want, because I'm counting the number of cards you've held. Joe, I can totally add it to your your channel, yes. Give me one moment. I have to go down here to the basement. Just give me one moment. Sorry for that bad parody. Let's see. If I go to the code... It's weird. I actually thought... Joe, I actually thought that I had it running on your channel, but I can do that pretty easily here. I think. All right. Okay, Joe, you can give that a run. It should be running on your channel now. So let me know if it's not, but I think it is now. Okay. So I feel good about this sound effect thing. If they hold all 5 of their cards, there should not be any deal sounds. I think that makes sense. Joe, is that a thanks like you've confirmed it works? Oh, please confirm before saying thanks. I want to make sure it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so we have our held cards. We have our held count. We should probably give this a couple more runs, huh? Right? It's always fun to play some poker. 5 deals.
You already have a 3 of a kind. You were dealt Jack of Spades, 10 of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds,
I'm going to hold none.
10 of Clubs,
No, I got to take
and 5 of Clubs. Which cards do you want to hold?
10s.
You are currently holding the 10 of...
So we should get 2.
Hip hip hooray! You won 15 coins with a 3 of a kind. Your new balance is 1,559.
Okay.
Your final hand was King of Clubs.
Bet 5 on poker. This time we're just going to get rid of all 5 cards, so we should hear 5 noises.
You were dealt
Now.
Jack of Spades, 10
Now
of
let's do it.
Diamonds.
5 noises again.
Way to go! You won 5 coins with a pair.
Bet 5 on poker. What do we get?
You were dealt Ace of Hearts,
Hold
10
the
of
ace.
Hearts, 8 of Clubs, 5 of Spades. You are currently holding the Ace of
Hold
Hearts.
the 10.
You are about to drop the 10 of Hearts.
Deal. This should give me 3
You are
sounds.
currently... Booyah! You won 5 coins with a pair.
Those
Your
little
new balance
touches,
is
man, those make such a nice
1,575.
difference.
Your final hand was Ace of Hearts, Ace of Spades, Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Hearts, and 10 of Hearts. What do you want to do next?
Okay, so poker has some really nice sound effects now. I still need that winning sound, and I feel like I purchased one. Let's go back and look at my account. That's awesome you make your own sound effects. My money has less value than my time. So I tend to just go buy them, I guess. Let's see. I thought I bought a good, like... No, those are all the Magic Mallet sounds. What about this one? Did I buy? I thought I bought a... No, I only have ambiance left here. So, I think I have the sound effect I want. That I've purchased at some point. What is Slot Machine Win Jackpot 04? Yeah, I'm no musician. I'll be the first to admit that. No, that's too much. That's too much. So, Slot Machine Win 03. That's the one. Slot Machine Win 03. Okay, so I'm going to use that as the sound for when you are dealt your opening hand, and then it's already winning. So, download. Give me the zip file. up that zip. This will be the last thing I think we do today. And I want the slot machine win this one. Okay, so come in here. Slot machine win 03. Let's make sure that this is really the one I want. Come on, can you please highlight the file? Thank you. Yeah, I think that's it. So we'll just take this, kick down the bit rate a bit for Alexa. Export. We're going to call this Video Poker Winning Hand. Okay, so if I come back to S3 here, let's upload that file, and then we'll get it rolling. Video Poker Winning Hand. Give it all the permissions. Copy link address, and then in our code, wherever that went, this isn't here. This is in Start Poker. This is when we deal you your card. We say 5-card deal, and then if we say you already have a pair or 3 of a kind, or so right here I want to do an audio file as well. Audio source equals that, like so. Okay, so now we need to get a winning hand to actually test this sound, but I think we can do that. So let's come into our test, and we'll just keep playing poker until we get a winning hand.
You were dealt ace of spades, king of... Cha-ching! You won 5 coins with a pair. Your new balance...
That needs a sound effect too, when you win.
You were dealt 10 of diamonds. Phew! You won 5... You already have a pair. You were dealt ace of hearts, 7 of spades, 5 of diamonds,
Okay,
2
awesome.
of spades, and 2 of diamonds. Which cards do you want to hold?
Hold the 2s.
You are currently holding the 2 of spades. Wowza! You won 5 coins with a pair. Your new bat...
What is the sound effect I use when you win on slots?
Oh boy. You got orange. Blarg.
Jomo, I'm curious to know what you think about the
Yikes!
audible sound
You got
effects.
orange,
The audible sounds
cherries,
for each of the
orange.
different shapes.
That is not a winning... Woohoo! You got cherries, bell, orange. You won 15 coins. What do you want to play next?
Isn't that the same sound I just used? Did I just use the same sound for 2 different things? I think I did. So if we come back here, this is the same as the slot machine winning sound, but we'll take this, that's fine. Because then if we change one, we didn't change both. We'll take that out and we'll do it on the poker deal intent. If you have a yay, so we'll put it before this, I guess. Speak output. Okay. And we're really packing all the sound effects into this thing now. So bet 5 on poker.
You already have a 3 of a kind. You were dealt jack of diamonds, jack of hearts, jack of spades.
Hold the jacks.
You are currently hold...
Deal.
Woohoo! You won 15 coins with a 3 of a kind. Your new balance is 1,619. Your final hand was jack of diamonds. Jack of hearts, Jack of spades, 9 of spades, and 6 of hearts. What do you want to do next? Phew. You got cherries, bell, grapes. You won 15 coins. What do you want to play next? Shucks. You got orange, bell, orange. That is not a winning spin. You lost 5 coins.
This is really coming together, guys. I'm pretty happy with this.
Boo! Shucks. You got grapes, bell, orange. That is not a winning spin. Arg! You got lemon, cherry. You wagered 10 coins on red. What would you like to do next? You can place another bet, or you can say spin the wheel when you're ready. You wagered 100 coins on 4. What would you like to do next? You can...
I'm out of time for today, but I gotta replace this sound effect. It's just too long. I like it.
The wheel landed on 14. You bet 100 on 4 and lost. You bet 10 on red and won 10 coins. You lost a total of 90 coins, which brings your total to 1,532. I've returned all of your coins from the table. What would you like to do now?
Okay. I think we're good. I think we're gonna stop here for now. We'll revisit the roulette sound effects on Monday, and maybe we'll try to publish. I don't know. We still have so much on our to-do list. Let's look at that really quick, because there is a lot to do. Sound effects is coming along. Let's look at this. It's been 32 days. Each game type should have its own table. I kind of did that. I'm not even going to mark that one down. Leaderboard would be really good. The pay tables would be really good. We talked about doing rock, paper, scissors. We need to add the turn. This is done. Okay, I haven't revisited this list in a little bit. We should probably look at this. Add an APL card reveal. We haven't done that yet. I'm going to try and get Jomo to help me figure that part out. When a user gets 3 of a kind, 2 pair, tell them what they got. Like, you won with a pair of 4s. I'm not doing that yet. Record every spin for analytics purposes. That is happening now. We can verify that here really quickly. Just look at our... Come on, too many things open. If we look at the roulette table now, there should be a second one. And there is. Awesome. So that's happening now. This was actually supposed to be a roulette thing, not a slots thing. You'd like to see the leaderboard and how I do it. It's actually remarkably simple. How does user remove 1 or more bets from the table? We haven't talked about removing bets or giving them a way to do standard bets, like make my normal bets. Right? We haven't done that. Craps and blackjack we haven't started on. That's for account linking stuff. All right, we can save that. Let's search to do and just see what else I've left myself. Why don't we just start a game for them? We should record every spin in a table someplace. We did that. We should let them know how many bets they have in each game, not overall. I agree with that, but we haven't done it yet. Sound effects for drawing cards. Yeah, we did that. Use sound effects for revealing the slot reel intents. Slot reel results. Use sound effects for revealing the slot... Oh, this is just remnant. This doesn't even need to be here. Okay. Sometimes the game name will end up in the position slot. We should probably mention both. I think I fixed this, but we'll leave it. Catch the situations in which they didn't manage to match one of our slot values. I think that's what these are. Invalid position, invalid wager. And then start slots. Use sound effects for revealing slot real results. We have done that. All right, awesome. So I love how low our to-do list is. That's fantastic. Okay, we're at 11:02. I'm over time. I gotta go. Lots and lots to do today, but thank you guys all for tuning in. It's been a really lots of progress today, and I'm looking forward to Monday. I feel like early next week we can publish this skill, which then means that I can start working on the chatbot for Twitch using the same logic, same everything. And it should work better. Like video poker will give you turns, for example. Anyway, lots to think about, lots more coming. But I just want to let you guys know that this is really exciting for me, and I hope you guys are enjoying this too. So we will see you all again very soon.